me there, General. Just knock me right out. So, all right, Verone McKinley, questions for him. Start with Antoine Staley from the Register Guard.
Hey, Verone, just what your thoughts on just kind of the fight at the end of the game and just kind of what was your assessment of what happened?
It's tough losing like that for a team like that in this situation. So frustration, I'm sure, but who cares? We're on the next week. We got a game next Friday, so they can handle all that. We're good.
James Capilla, the Oregonian.
You were understandably about as heated as you've ever been on the targeting call. I think I could read your lips there. Obviously, you were proven right. What exactly were you saying, and how much were you thinking about the first half next week as you're waiting on the review?
I was just like, for one, I didn't even try to hit him in his head, whatever it is. But the thing is, I've always talked about it. There's such thing as offensive targeting, people ducking their head, bang, bang plays. So for me, it was, I'm just passionate. And throughout this game, it was just high stakes, a lot of emotion involved. And I was just heated because I was like, this isn't the first time, of course, I've been reviewed for targeting. And I was just like, every time it's always something. But, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Like I said, you saw my tweet. See y'all Friday.
Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
Verone, this team prides itself on being able to move on from tough situations pretty quickly, but you guys are all human too. And the way that you guys played last Saturday to this Saturday are night different.
We lost you, Matt.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let's go with difference between last week and this week, Verone.
The difference, honestly, was just we knew what we had to do. We knew we had to handle business. And Coach Cristobal, I got to give him some credit here, of course. Wednesday, he brought us up before practice. Like, normally somebody does the duck jacks or whatever. And Coach Cristobal is the one who said, like, it's time to go. We can't dwell on that. And he said, it's time to go now. And we got to go have one of our best practices of the year. And we did. And he did the duck jacks. And that really just set the tone for the rest of the week. And that's why we came out firing on all cylinders. Jordan Happel gave us a speech before the game. And it's just, we were ready for this moment and we were excited and we're like, let's just handle our business this week. It's truly 1-0. Like, we just need to win this week and we'll get to next week afterwards. So that's probably the biggest difference, just our mindset going in and just establishing ourselves early in the game. We came out firing right away.
Jared Denny scooted up on 3.
Hey, Verone, when you said best practice of the year, I'm curious what exactly you mean by that. Like, obviously intensity, but what exactly does that look like? Could you just kind of paint that picture for us?
Everybody clicking. It's competitive. People just talking trash back and forth because we want to get better and we're a competitive team, and understanding that last week wasn't what we wanted it to be. And what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit here and dwell on it and be all sad and have a quiet practice? No, let's go out here and do what we know how to do. Have a physical practice, keep guys up, guys competing in one-on-ones, just all of that together. And it was just a good practice.
Max Torres, Ducks Digest.
With today's game, you guys wrapped up undefeated at home this year. What does that mean to you and the team, just that Autzen is such a tough place to come into and play at?
You always want to protect home base, and we pride ourselves on that. You come into Autzen, it's going to be difficult. It's called the zoo. It's hard to leave that zoo without any scratches or anything like that, and that's what we do. We play physical, downhill. We get to the ball. We had a good game, and just to defend our home territory is what we always want to do. We want to continue to do that.
Ashley Conklin, Register Guard.
Verone, how would you assess the play of the receiving core, particularly Devin and Chris Hudson stepping up since you guys lost Pittman and Red and Johnny Johnson?
I think it all starts with the O-line. AB, who did his thing today, and I think for those guys, they understand they needed to step up, and they did a great job from even blocking as well. I remember I dapped Chris up because he had a really good block on like a screen, but they just knew they had to step up, and it started in practice. Chris is a guy who's super, super, super competitive, and I like to talk noise to him in practice because when he gets on edge, Chris is one of the best receivers on this team. And then Devin's just being consistent, and he's been locked in and he's been doing a great job. And then our tight ends did a good job as well, but Troy Franklin, Dante Thornton. So guys just understand they need to step up and ready to go.
Antoine Staley, Register Guard.
Considering, this was an emotional game, obviously, but considering what happened a week ago, does it make it a little bit easier to put this win behind you and get focused on the week ahead, especially with it being a short week coming up?
Definitely. We'll be in bright and early tomorrow, ready to work. we know what we want to do. We know what the task is. We know what's at stake, and we're ready to go. We didn't like how the outcome was last time, so we're here again, part 2.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
How key were those 2-point conversion stops you guys had? I mean, it seems like that kind of curbed some of the momentum that they had. And obviously, if they convert a couple of those, you're looking at a 1-score game, and maybe it's a little different at the end.
Huge. Every play matters, literally. And those 2-point conversions were big, and we got a couple stops out there. So for them to have no points and just be a 6-point, whatever, they get 6 points instead of 7 or 8, it's huge. Every point matters. So
Last question, James Crapia, the Oregonian.
A week ago, it was you going down before halftime. This time it's Noah and Mikhail going down there in the third quarter. Just how much of a wrench does that throw? Where obviously Nate and Dante have played quite a bit for you guys before. It's not like they're inexperienced, but that's a big change. Suddenly to have 2 guys down pretty quickly. And I'm sure your role as a vocal leader becomes even bigger there the rest of the second half.
2 impact players. Of course, when they go down, it's always tough. But just like last week, we can't look down on it and be like, oh, we lost this guy or those. The next man got to go. Last time we did that, it didn't look good in Utah. And now it was like, all right, he's down. Hey, Nate, Dante, let's go, dog. We got to go now. I kept saying, we got to go now. We don't have time to waste. And that's what happened. They did a great job. Nate had some really good plays. Dante did his thing as well. He's played corner before, so him being able to be versatile is huge. But that's all.
Thanks, Verone. Appreciate your time. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.